What's up, everybody? This is Currency Capture / Mr. Smiles a Lot with another Let's Talk Me to LLC advice video. And as you can see, I'm using my new Rode microphone because mine broke the other day when I was doing my podcast with my buddy Brandon. Matter of fact, it broke before the podcast. I had it set up on the stand. It was plugged in the back, slightly moved it, fell over, and then the port for the USB-C cable to plug into my phone here, it came undone. So yeah, and I'm also actually using the new Rode, not Central, but Rode, whatever one of the apps is, I'm sorry, there's like 3 of them now, camera and application that mixes in with the Rode microphone to see how it sounds. So instead of using the cinematic mode on iPhone, I'm actually recording from the Rode, one of the Rode applications. And from the test that I've done, I think it's actually going to really help me sound a lot better on video. Anyway, so today's advice video is going to be about my own personal tips and ways of how I can pose and do and say things without being controversial, and then maybe some ways that you can do the same thing, right? Here's the problem in most social media aspects, especially when you try to be an influencer or have your own channel or whatnot. For some reason, people love living off of hatred and negativity and controversial things. Right? And, you know, there are those people out there who are famous or what have you who say thank you for the hate because it helps me gain followers or helps me gain whatever. And that's fine. You know, good for them. If that's their spiel, then let them do their thing. But that's not me. I want to have followers. I want to have subscribers, but I want to keep doing it in the right way that I can. I don't get any negative feedback because of the fact of I'm not controversial. But maybe that's also why I don't get a lot of subscribers or a lot of people on my channel or page. You know what? That's fine. If I start off slow, that's okay, because I know that if I wanted to maybe get a lot of followers or get a lot of likes or comments, mainly negative, all I'd have to do is make one bad post about something, especially that everyone's talking about or feels a certain way about, especially if they want to take a side of things, right? As opposed to me, where, you know, I try to keep things neutral because I don't want to take a side on anything. That might give me fame, but it's not the kind of fame that I want, right? So what I'm getting at is the way that I talk about my advice videos, the way I run my podcast, the way that I run everything I do for my business and me as my life, as my life and in my life actually goes, or what have you, whatnot. That's why I think I've been so blessed to be able to have things that I have now. And it's not just because of, you know, God. What I'm getting at is because I try to be a nice person. Because I try to go to my way to not be that person who's going to go to the way to hate on others or to hurt others. I think that's why I've been so blessed with the things that I have. You know, a great career, knowledge and security, and knowledge in martial arts, knowledge in this and what I'm doing for social media, knowledge in knowing that people actually do love me and have my back and will actually go to their way for me because they know I'm a good person. And I'm not saying this to brag. What I'm saying is that if you're a good person and you do these things where you live your life to where you're not controversial, no one can touch you. No, like, you know, verbally or mentally. You can blow things off that people want to say about you easier because you realize that, you know, you're not that person that they say. And not only that, but your life is a lot easier because you don't have people constantly coming down your throat at whatever you do or whatever you say, right? Now, who knows, maybe me saying this or posting this is going to maybe get some controversy, but what I'm getting at is that, look, I'm not saying I'm untouchable, okay? I'm open to people giving me negative comments. I'm open to them to critiquing me. And I'm okay with that because maybe I need to be critiqued. Maybe people need to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that I do feel better knowing at the end of the day because I don't go out of my way to be controversial. I don't get the negative feedback that I see others get. I don't get the bad, mean comments. I don't get the people coming after me or coming after people for no reason whatsoever. And that makes me feel good knowing that I can continue doing things like this. And I'm guessing because of the fact that I even get views in the first place, maybe me being the nice guy that I try to be is making a difference. And it is getting an outreach in the right way that I'm wanting it to, right? And my advice to everyone out there is that, you know, you can Just say what you want, do what you want, but don't do it in a way to where you know people are going to end up hating on you. Because at the end of the day, sure, you might get your 30 seconds of fame or whatever, but at the end of the day, you're going to feel bad because people are, well, they're going to hate on you. And in your conscience, it's not good for you mentally, in my opinion. So what I'm saying is, if you can, in a way, like I try to, because, everyone's going to do their own thing, but if you have to say something or do something, think about it, do it in a smart way, and do it in a way to where you can work your way around to where it's not going to come back and bite you in the butt in the end of the day. I guess another example for me would be when I'm talking to someone on the job, right? And I, word it to where, hey, I don't want anyone else getting mad at you or yelling at you, and I'm just trying to follow the rules and policies and regulations here. It's nothing against you. It's like, look, in my opinion, I agree with you. This shouldn't be like this, but because of, how things are, I just don't want the higher ups or whoever else to get mad at me for not doing my job, trying to, make things run smoothly. Things like that. So that's an example of like how you can use that wordage like that on a security job to where, you complied, you agreed with them, you diffuse a situation, use verbal judo, and it's not that you're putting the blame on anyone else, it's just that you're trying to help them coincide and see with you, look, it's like this because this rule and regulation is set in place, and then things have to go like this, and this. So that's a good way to mitigate anyone coming back at you. That's a good way to mitigate anyone being mean or having any, reason to give you negative feedback or yell at you or, not have a chance of saying anything bad about you to someone else, and then bad things keep spreading about you, and then people keep thinking that that's who you are. And that's not what you want. That's not what I want. So when it comes to this topic and the subject, I know I've gone to different examples and here and there, but it's just that what I'm getting is that no matter whatever direction I'm going with this advice, my advice to you is all in all, in the end of the day, is, like I said, you're going to do what you want, you're going to post what you want, all right? But just don't be that person that wants to say something negative just to get that attention, because it's really not worth it. So my advice from myself to you is that, like me, I do say what I want. But I don't do it in a way, and I've worked at it to do it in a way to where I don't get any negative feedback. And I appreciate those who, just let me do my thing and not want to give me any negative feedback. That makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to everyone is just be loving, be kind, be caring. Do what God would want you to do, and be a kind, caring, loving person. Be accepting. Don't be controversial. Don't go out there hating on others, and don't try to put negativity out in the world. And also, if you see negativity, you don't have to respond to it. You can easily walk away, or you can just put your phone down. Because the thing is that, I struggle with that too. Sometimes I see somebody saying something really mean to someone in the comment section, and I really want to get at them and say something myself, but guess what? It's not worth it. Because as soon as I do that, the backlash will be, oh, hey, here's Mr. Smiles a lot saying something negative, so let's go after him for doing that. See how these things work? Everything has a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you do has a consequence, whether it's good or bad. That's all I really got to say. Anyway, sorry if I kind of rambled on with different examples and different areas on this subject of advice on how to be able to do what you want, be non-controversial. But the point of the matter at the end of the day is, do it to where no one hates you and everyone still loves you for who you are at the end of the day. And I love you all. Speaking of which, if you need a market advertiser and you live in St. Louis, or if you need a martial arts coach, please let me know. If you'd like to do a podcast, if you need any help with your business, growing it in whichever way that I can help you through what I do through my social media, as you see, please let me know. I love you all, and I see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in.